Oh, I am so stoked for today's set of clubs. It is from a maker, a direct-to-consumer brand that I have just been loving on this spring and now into summer. It's 95 degrees out here, so it's definitely summer in Florida. This is another iron from Maltby. These are one of the most requested irons on this show now, the TS3s. I have tried the KE4 Max, I liked them. I tried the TS1 IMs, I absolutely loved them, ranked them the highest I've ever ranked a club on this show. I then tried the TS4s, I say I like them, I didn't love them. These ones, at least from the few shots I've hit out on the range, could be my favorite of the Maltbys. We're gonna put them to the test here at Carrollwood Country Club. I'm playing the Meadow 9, and I'm gonna set myself an over-under like I have all spring and summer of +or-2. Let's see if we can go low with these direct-to-consumer clubs that will cost you less than $500 for a full set. Pretty incredible what they offer. First, let me show you what they look like. First up, here's the 5-iron in the set. As you can see, this is a fully forged club from 1025 carbon steel. There is a co-forged tungsten weight progressive throughout this set, and it's a progressive cavity as well. So we're gonna get the biggest cavity here out of the 5-iron, but look at that, at address, nice medium-sized top line. It's not super thin, and this club itself, I would say, is pretty medium in terms of length and depth as well. It's not a little player's iron. In fact, Maltby on their website says this iron has super game improvement characteristics to it. That is quite the claim. We'll find out here on course. Here's your 7-iron. As you can see, the cavity a little bit smaller there. Again, still hidden. Nice top line there down at address. And finally here, I've got a gap wedge in this set, and you can see that cavity is even smaller. Very minimal offset on these clubs, just a tad bit. They are beautiful. In case you're wondering about the shaft, I'm playing the Score from True Temper. These are stiff, and these are the stock shafts that come with these clubs. This is what Christopher, who let me borrow these clubs, has on there. Christopher, thank you for letting me borrow your clubs. We've got the absolute best community on YouTube, don't we? First hole out here is a shorter par 4. Water comes into play on the right side, so we're gonna try to keep this left side of the fairway. All right, we found the right rough. I didn't keep it left side of the fairway like I wanted. Oh well, gives us a chance to pull out the gap wedge. We've got 119, kind of a downhill lie here. I've got a lot of water to cover. Let's see if we can get on top of the surface here. Ooh, it's high. And gosh, that felt really good. Is it enough? Oh, yes it is. Yes, indeed it is. I gotta say, that is a nice feeling iron, and that got really high up in the air. What really impressed me on the range was the 5-iron got some really nice height as well. In terms of feel, first shot there, it's about as good as it gets with a gap wedge. We've got our first birdie putt of the day, and I hope it's the first of many. Looks like, whoo, maybe 9 feet here. Slightly uphill, moving a little right to left. Oh, this would be a nice start. Oh, didn't break as much as I thought. All right, well, that's a par to start. We're heading to number 2. Now, one thing that I really admire about the whole Maltby line, not just these TS3s, but the whole line, is that you can customize these to your heart content and there's no upcharge. So for instance, Stu in Arizona, who let me borrow the first 3 sets of Maltbys that I've used on this show, he really went to town, requesting different degrees of loft, different lengths of the clubs, making it a progressive length set, all sorts of different things, and there's no charge at all. It's really fascinating and such a value add. Hole 2 is a little longer par 4 here, pretty straight away, but a lot of bunkers to contend with. All right, we are position A here, middle of the fairway. We've got 123. I've got pitching wedge in hand. Now, looking down at this in terms of a top line of a club, it's, like I said, kind of medium amount of top line thickness. Not too bad though. Let's see how we do. Oh gosh, that's solid. And these clubs get up so high in the air. Love the sound of them. Just a touch short there. Kind of surprising. Maybe there's a little wind up there, but I gotta say it felt really, really good. Now, if we talk about lofts of these clubs, this loft setup is my absolute favorite. At the 7-iron, we're at 32 degrees. At the pitching wedge, 44 degrees, and 22 degrees at the 4 iron, although I've only got a 5 iron in this set. I think that is the perfect balance of a more modern loft. It's not your old classic lofts, but it's not pressed or loft jacked like some of these game improvement clubs out there. Really, to me, the sweet spot. So yeah, it came up about 5 yards short here. We'll continue to monitor the distance of these clubs, but I do think, well, the flag is pretty stagnant, but maybe there's a touch of wind up there a little higher. Either way, we're not in a bad spot. We can get up and down from here. Bite. Okay. We'll call this 4 feet. I don't want to give away the hole here. All right. All right, third hole is a par 3. We've got 163, and up here on this tee box, I definitely do feel a little bit more breeze. We're up a little bit higher like that green was. So I'm gonna go 7 iron, which is I'm kind of in between clubs, but I think longer is better here with that bunker in front left. Oh my God, that felt good. That fits the club, it's all over it. It might be a little long, but like I said, don't mind a little long there. I really absolutely nutted that one. I don't know if you can see it, but it was dead middle of the club face. Feels as good as any forged blade, forged cavity back that I've tried all year, maybe all lifetime. Maltby, I just can't believe they're producing clubs for the price that they're producing them at. Like $54 an iron if you wanted to go just iron at a time with them. The value is just impeccable. It's almost too cheap, honestly. And yeah, just a couple yards past, we'll call it a 165 shot again into just a very, very slight breeze. So distance-wise, pretty darn good. Let's check out the pitch mark here. See the stopping power of that 7 iron. Here it is right here. I'll walk it off 3, let's call it 5 feet. Very nice stopping power there as well. And again, nice high trajectory coming in at a nice descent angle, pretty steep. There's a lot to love about these clubs, and I love this putt. Let's see if we can make a birdie here. I'm gonna say, what, 7 feet, 8 feet? A little right to left. Come on, come on. Oh, just burned the edge there. That's about as good as a look as you can get. But it's another par. Oh, if this putter can heat up, we could really go low today, because these irons, I think, are firing on all cylinders right now. We're heading to another short par 4. Little dogleg right. Get in position, get a low iron in our hand, and attack. A lot of people request, could I go irons only as I'm doing iron reviews and maybe play off the red tees or something? That's something to consider. What do you think? Leave me a comment down below. In general, I like to feel out a set of irons the way I would normally play. It gives me the best idea, and I hit all types of different shots. I'm in trouble and I'm in normal situations. That's why I think human reviews are so important, and you just can't get that from a robot. But let me know what you think down below. I'm interested. I am gonna hit driver here because we're into the wind, or else I might have pulled out 5 iron. Let's see if we can get in position. All right, we've got 133 now. We're into this wind just a touch, but I'm still gonna go pitching wedge here. I'm just gonna swing a little harder. We've got a lot of green to work with. That pin's kind of back part of the green. This should be right. Oh, gosh, the feel and the sound of these things is absolutely perfect. Now, I pushed that off to the right just a bit, but I'm not unhappy with that swing. Sometimes you're taking a bigger cut. You might push them or pull them a little bit. We've still got another birdie putt. It's gonna be a longer one, but that makes it 4 for 4. When you hit that many greens in regulation, they're gonna drop, guys. They're gonna drop. I am pin high, so I hit that 133, and I'm just on the fringe. I'd call it 18, yeah, 18, maybe 20 feet here for bird. Now this putt's all about speed, because it's gonna get quicker as it gets towards the hole. It's always tough to judge speed too off the fringe. I'll give it just a little more, obviously, to get through that thicker stuff, and then gets faster towards that hole. It's on a pretty good line, and good speed. Okay. Hey, I'll take a par there. I'll take a par there. We're 4 for 4 pars. And yeah, we're rolling. We're heading to a par 5 here, and should give me an opportunity to take out that 5-iron as we hit a layup shot. So we'll get our money's worth here. I really like the look of this 5-iron down at address. It's the perfect balance of not too thick of a top line, not too thin. And again, the blade length is right in the Goldilocks range for me as well. It's just a great combo of forgiveness and looks. And that was a much, much better result than I deserved. I hit that off the toe right there. And that's why they put that co-forged tungsten weight into this cavity design, for exactly that reason, because us amateurs, us mere mortals, don't always make great contact. That still got in the air almost as high as a 6-iron. Excellent, excellent result. In terms of distance, it wasn't too bad either. It's not gonna be as far as I had hoped, but it's not going to be horrible either. Let's measure it. Now, this isn't going to be quite as accurate as my GPS, but I know I had 223 back there. Let's see what we've got here. We're considerably closer. We've got 41. So yeah, you know, probably hit that, what, 185-ish? Quick math. Really good result for where that was struck on the club face. Players' irons aren't often that forgiving, and these really stood up to the challenge of a bad strike there. All right, 43 yards. Yeah, you know, we're trying to hit as many of these as I can, so I'm gonna go gap wedge here. Now, normally this would be a 58-degree wedge all day, but I wanna get the most I can out of these guys. We'll see if we can play a little Scottish link shot, bump it into that hill, and see if it can release. Yeah! Too much. Too much. Still have a birdie putt, though. So I guess we can only say 4 out of 5 greens in regulation because the other one was on the fringe just by a hair. Still not too shabby. I've got, again, maybe 20 feet coming downhill here for bird. Big left to right breaker, although they haven't been breaking as much as I thought today. Watch this one go in. That's always how it is. The easy ones you miss, the long ones, tough ones go in, right? Ooh, that's got to stop though. Hit a house. Sit. Woo! Did not break like I thought it was going to. But that's another par. All right, a lot of 2-putt pars here. Can't complain with that. It's boring missionary position style golf, but hey, it's getting the job done. We're heading to dogleg right, par 4. There's a birdie out there somewhere. All right, the first time the driver got us into some trouble here, we have a tough lie, kind of a side hill lie, 157, and the rough is a little thicker over here too. I'm gonna go 8-iron, and I've got to aim severely right because this is gonna come left off the club face. Oh, again, kind of hit that one off the toe. Wow. I think I hit another green, and again, did not deserve to because it wasn't the best of strikes. And again, a little breeze in my face here. I wasn't sure I had enough club there, but that just, man, they got up in the air so easy. That cut through the rough so nice. That's why you want a nice thin heel to a club, and these have that. Yeah, it looks like I'm pin high, maybe a little bit past the pin, and I've got another 20-footer for bird. These clubs are incredible, even better than I thought. I've only got about 12 feet for birdie. We're due to roll one in, aren't we? Right to left, slightly downhill. Oh, these putts just are not breaking like I think they should be. Can't believe that. Missionary position. We're heading to a par 3. We are 5 out of 6 greens in reg now though. And again, that 6th one was just on the fringe. So no complaints at all. So just loving what I'm seeing out of the TS3s. All right, 162. Wind is definitely into us, and it's starting to pick up a little bit too. Late afternoon, you never know what you're gonna get, and it's starting to swirl. And I guess we're never gonna have it behind us here today. I'm going 7-iron, gonna try to keep the trajectory low here. It's more club than I need, but if I keep it low under the wind, it could be really good. It looks really good. Right now, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot these clubs can't do. They're giving you the forgiveness that an amateur needs, that a mere mortal needs, and they're giving you the control, the trajectory control, and the workability that a player needs. That is just a tasty, tasty combination. Now that, for sure, just by a whisker, is a green in regulation. We are 6 for 7. All right, 8 feet for birdie. We're 6 for 7 in greens regulation, but we are 0 for 7 in birdie putts. I'm not complaining though. You won't catch me complaining. All right, par 5. I'm gonna see if I can cut the corner a little bit here. Might have to get lucky. Well, we kind of did get lucky. We're this side of the cart path, which is great. Must have hit this tree and come straight down. So I got 5-iron in hand. I've got to clear a tree in front of me. Let's see if we can get that nice height out of this thing. We're gonna need it. Oh yeah, easily clears it. That's incredible. Oh man, so good. All right, slightly longer approach shot than I'd like to have into this green, but here we've got a crosswind. It's not into us, luckily. I think 8-iron's the club, but I got to get all of it and work it in from right to left here. Oh, it's working. It's working nicely. Is it the right distance? I think it's too long. Another one there, by the way. Did not hit it dead center. It still felt great. It was still pretty miraculous result. But as it stands, we broke our streak of greens in regulation there because it went too far. And we'll be chipping here, hoping to get up and down. And well, heck, hopefully it goes in. Okay, we have a good lie back here. That's good. It is a tricky shot though. Not a ton of green to work with. Bite, 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 bite. Okay, that's good. Didn't deserve a bogey there. All right, we're still even par. We've got one hole to play. I'm gonna rank these clubs right after I hit my drive. And what a round it's been here with a chance to go even par or better on the last hole. No complaints at all. Here we go. All right, we're in the fairway. Let's rank these clubs. Now, as you know, I rank clubs on 5 categories. The first one is distance. These clubs get a full 5 out of 5 in terms of distance for me. Really solid contenders. The ball seems to really blast off the club when it's struck. Nice high trajectory, which is going to squeak out some extra yards for folks. Excellent, excellent job. When it comes to forgiveness, well, you've seen it here today. It's got to be a 5 out of 5. I hit a lot of toe shots that I deserved a lot worse than where they ended up. Great in the forgiveness category. When it comes to workability, the ability to move the ball left and right, up and down, I think I can control trajectory quite a bit. And I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Really good contenders when it comes to workability. When it comes to aesthetics, I love the clean looks of these things. They're such a beautiful club. Again, it's going to be another 5 out of 5 for me. And then the last category is value. If I could give it 7 out of 5, I would, because they are that good. This is probably the best value brand going right now in the direct-to-consumer space, doing everything right. And these clubs, I think, are the best of the bunch for Maltby. Full 5 out of 5, which means these clubs have set a new record on Let's Play Through. 98 points is the total score. These are the highest rated clubs I've ever tested on this show, apart from the Adels, which are in my bag, but I didn't officially score those back in the day, but that's exactly where I'd put these clubs. These are God tier clubs. These things are worth every penny, and a whole lot more. We've got one more shot for glory. Let's see if we can get that elusive birdie today. I'm hitting the driver so well, I actually went past the fairway on this dog leg right, and we're in the rough. 107, that means gap wedge. And you guessed it, the wind's in our face just a little bit. Should be the perfect club. Here we go. Nice and high, little right of target. Sit, sit, sit. See, it might be just a touch long, but again, nothing to complain about with these babies. They have done everything that I could ever have hoped for and a whole lot more. I woke up and ate my Wheaties today. Obviously, I'm a little long again. Let's see if we can go even par here, though. We got to get up and down. Another tough one, heading downhill. Oh yeah. Ooh, I took a bad hop. Settle. That took a really bad hop. That should have kicked forward instead of kicked dead right. You know, I always say golf would not be fun if it was easy. And this one isn't easy. 10 feet for par and even par. Whether or not I make this putt, I've enjoyed these clubs immeasurably. I hope you will consider subscribing to Let's Play Through if you haven't already. And turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes on the channel. We have a lot of fun out here. Come on. Why would it go in? I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through. We still got that over-under though, didn't we? 1 over. Good round. Great round. Great fun.